Do you know the couple with the Kombi, Maria Antonia? Let's get into this story.
Have you ever imagined getting married and having your honeymoon be a trip all over Brazil? Enjoying all the adventures, enjoying the beauty every day aboard a wonderful traveling home? That's the story we're going to show here today.
You make me feel alive, I can't stop thinking about you. I love your kisses and when we touch. When I'm down you make me smile, you're the solution.
Well, folks, we're still here at the Arraial da Ajuda campground at Camping Mucuj with these wonderful companions, Dee and Felipe from the Kombi, Maria Antônia, who has an incredible story. Imagine a honeymoon, man, while you travel around Brazil with no set destination, no fixed time to stop, man. Everyone wants this dream, right? Me and Clarinha do. We met the couple at a travelers gathering from north to north, organized by Lucas from Motorhome do Sonho. From then, our friendship kept growing. We've only met a few times, but we're friends online. Best friend forever since always. Talking through social media. We met at a rescue meeting. We had a small get-together at After Socorro in Joanópolis, and now we're in Bahia having a good time. I wanted to tell a little bit of this story today and show a bit of this wonderful house. Check it out. Hey! Wow. Ow.
Exciting, Antip.
Man, total excitement, right? Man, Clara drove me crazy seeing everyone's energy here. Yeah, man, we've already done our daily activity at their invitation. Here was the 2020 health challenge starting the year, doing an intense activity with our little bodies, mind and body, right? And now we took a little break to show their house and tell a bit of their story. Guys, what's this story about getting married and living in a Cambia? That's right, that's right.
Correct, production. We've been here 7 months. Yes, 7.
Months out there on the road.
We got married. We've been together for a long time, 13 years, and then we decided to get married and go out to have a bit of an extended honeymoon. You were basically born at the same time, right? Pretty much. That young face, yeah.
We have a saying, when you get married, you want your own place. And they put that into practice with a house that gives them the possibility to adventure around the world.
That's true, that's it.
Everyone who marries wants a house, and here it is.
Getting married means wanting to eat here, right?
And did you build yourselves in the Kombi?
Yes, we did everything.
It's hard to even imagine. We built a house and with such elegance doing it with our own hands. What was that story? Tell us about it.
Tell us, honey.
How did that happen? Filipão.
Yeah, we've always loved to travel, right? And then at a certain point I went to Dia and said, look, we need to hit the road somehow, either backpacking or I've seen some people living in a Kombi. It wasn't as common then. Now you see many videos like that on YouTube, but there weren't many back then. And then I said, I think this is possible, so we decided to do it, right, honey? And we planned it well, saved up a lot of money, took our time, and we built it little by little because we were working, so we used our evenings and weekends. And then in a year, we managed to build Maria Antônia, who you're going to meet today. There you go.
There was a plan?
You know, a financial one.
So that everything could happen, you know?
The first conversation was, I think, about 3.5 years ago, so it's been quite a while. We had to control a lot of anxiety before hitting the road. We made a plan, like an estimate. We looked at how much other people spent. I don't know. We tried to understand what life on the road was like. We made an average monthly budget, and then with that average, how long would it take us to save up? We spent 2 years saving money, and during that time, we built the Kombi ourselves, handling the electrical, plumbing, and carpentry. The only thing we didn't do was the painting, right?
The only things we didn't do were the painting part, which we decided to leave out.
We didn't do the body work because we didn't have time.
You know when it's time to delegate a task? We can do it, but it'll be half-baked, right?
We noticed some people handled the invitations very well, but in this case, we left it.
The paint and the luggage rack, which we also bought ready-made, right?
Yeah, and the awning too. We had to adjust it because it didn't turn out well, and we ended up having to fix it, improve it, but those were the 3 things.
I'm going to ask 2 questions I think everyone is curious about. They'll answer if they're comfortable. The first one is, how much does the Kombi cost, right? Isn't this about how my eye looks? People ask us what it's like. Are you dating? Are you not dating? Here's the thing.
serve that little thing over there on the...
ceiling over there.
Wow, guys, there's something really weird over there. So, how much did the Kombi cost? Just so people who want to have a project like this know, and if you can say, how much did the project itself cost to put together, right?
Yeah, that's an interesting question that until recently we didn't have an answer to.
Doing.
It's because we just kept doing it and didn't really have much control. And that's one of the questions people ask us the most, right?
Sometimes it's possible, right?
So sometimes what we did, just to sum it up for you, real quick, we did some math. We stopped one day and made a list of everything we have in our Kombi, and that's how it is. And we came up with an approximate value. I'm not going to say it's exact because we didn't count every single screw, but what we spent on ours was approximately 20,000 rays to build it the way it is.
The
Assembly, the cost of the Kombi is not included.
Cost not included.
Of the Kombi, yeah, there are a lot of details, a lot of things that you don't necessarily need to hit the road.
That's fancy, isn't it?
It's something. These are things we liked and we managed to get here and there, so we added them. But then, what did we do? We took that table and removed everything that was excessive, that didn't need to be that way.
You don't exactly need that to hit the road. In fact, you can live without it. And
We built a van for you to travel in with air conditioning, a stove, and more, all for 10,000 reais. So with 10,000 reais, you can set up a van.
So it would be about 20,000 reais for a van in good condition. What year is yours? 2010. So it already has air cooling set up.
Water cooling engine. Oh, it's already
1.4 water, which has a better sounding engine, costs about 10 to 20,000. You make a project with your license, something like that, right?
it varies. Some use more, some use less. Every project is unique.
Travelers are great and their Kombi is adorable. I'll ask them to show the outside, then we'll check out the inside, which is the best part. Okay, couple. Maria Antônia, you use social media, right?
Yes, want to follow
Your adventure, how does it work?
Kombi, Maria Antônia. You can find everything on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Instagram and YouTube are the most current. We're trying to find time to make videos. We don't have much time left, but we'll do it. We've been promising that for a while.
After 7 months, our first YouTube video is finally out.
But the adventure will be told on YouTube. Now, if you want it in real time, go to Instagram Kombi Maria Antônia.
Stories post a lot of trail tips. We really like hiking, climbing mountains, a kind of tourism that's a bit less touristy, so there's a lot of cool stuff there.
Guys, show the Kombi, what is it like? Let's go.
So this Kombi here, we got it white, okay? And we had it painted like we told you guys. We chose this color, which is a very light pastel green like this. A lot of people ask what color it is. We're not sure.
It's greenish, right? Over there, it's greenish. Yeah, look how cute it is.
That's it. He chose it and had it painted. We don't have a code, we don't have anything. If you hit it, it's messed up.
So you change the color, which is allowed. The documentation can be partly in a different color.
We changed it. We preferred to change it to avoid problems.
There's an awning here, right? There is.
A nice little awning.
Cool. On top, there's a surf part, right?
There's the surfer one, and
There's a little luggage rack over there. Looks super, super cool.
The tip is to be
as surfers, we like this awning because we built it without legs, leaving this area clear.
All right. Is something happening up front, Felipe?
Up here in the front is where the mess goes, right? When we stop somewhere, so as you can see here, okay?
It piles up, but we organize everything in bags. There's only one type of computer, right? A portable solar panel.
Fantastic. You can open it, and when the...
It works well, guys.
Okay, we are. It hasn't been here for long, and we're still testing it. It's working. Yeah, it's cool, but we haven't had much opportunity yet to... We need a little more time to see if it...
The main thing is when you travel by Kombi, you don't have a place to put everything you carry. At least that's how it is for us. So that's the thing. We stop the Kombi. We put everything here to use the whole back area and set up the bed. When we're going to move, we take everything and put it behind the bed and go.
Look how cute. The brown leather seat is super elegant and almost all original, right? Everything is nicely decorated, which is cute. Even here, there's a little Baiana. A Baiana here, a Kombi in their color, but inside here is where you put things. When you're moving around, it goes back there. Let's get to the point, Mozo. What stood out to us? In my opinion, this is the most beautiful Kombi I've seen. If you know a more beautiful Kombi like ZF1's, do you want to challenge us? Leave it in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Have you already liked this video? No? Then go ahead and do it now. Let's take a little tour of the most beautiful Kombi in Brazil, maybe even in the galaxy. Come on guys, let's go to the Kombi, let's go.
See?
I already told you, if you're going to get into a Kombi, a motorhome, leave your flip-flops out here and step in barefoot.
Wow.
What a beautiful little house, huh? So what's cool in there that people will like to see?
Well, there are a lot of things we really like. Starting right here, we made this copper bar to keep things close. Everyone asks, but if you keep making noise, we take the little mugs down.
Look how elegant this is, man. Look.
This goes here, this goes here. We made this spice rack ourselves. We made it too, so everything is within reach. We can cook from outside and have easy access to all of this. Here we use a deeper sink than we were used to seeing, so we actually wash the dishes. It holds a lot and little water spills out.
A bigger sink is better, right?
Yeah, it's not enough to just have one, at least it should be deeper. Yeah, that's what we did. We bought the stove and the fridge, and with what was left, we bought the sink, so it's deeper. Our fridge is 120 liters. It's a little bigger than what people usually use. It's more than necessary. It doesn't have to be 120 liters, but that's how we...
With 120 liters, you can fit more beer, right? Is that it?
There's
There's a freezer up here, so you can store plenty.
And it was easy to install the refrigerator. It was smooth.
There was no problem. No, we made the hole for it, and it's important to mention that we left it open in the back. The entire back pot is open, so air can circulate.
The refrigerator ventilates from the back, near the outlet, not the sides.
The sides, right? And then it was placed inside the wooden cabinet. You guys put it in its little spot.
It's tucked in. And we also have here a Class A water purifier from Consul. It filters out impurities. So any little dirt that might be in the water is taken care of.
We usually use a lot of water for drinking. We don't really buy it, only when we see that the water is really bad, depending on where we are, then we end up buying it.
Yeah, it happened more on the coast lately.
It doesn't chill, it only purifies, despite what people think.
So
We cook.
there's a little fridge then. There's a little stove, man. A stove with an oven, man. That's cool.
A small stove with an oven. We use it for cooking and also store pots and other items when not in use. And we also built the mechanism here, since people use it a lot outside, right? So we open it here. We can move it to...
Outside, he can cook outside, right?
And we put a lot of rails here so it can handle the weight well, so it doesn't need legs.
There are rails here, right? It's really well designed, Mozart. Awesome, right?
Super cool, I want one of these.
And there's a table you can eat here. It's raining. People are going to stay inside.
Guys, there's a table that opens like this, so sometimes we can use the computer, hang out here. It's a support for cooking, for making breakfast, when there are two of us. And we have its other mode. Usually people sit facing each other here when there are two eating. Since our fridge is a bit wider, we came up with this setup where we eat side by side.
This little piece of wood here, which we keep behind the seats, we put it here.
It's for support, right?
It's a bracket, and we can get access. Sometimes if we want to grab a juice, we just grab it.
Mobility in here.
The pot is here, so all is well.
And here we can have dinner when we're on the move, on duty.
You work, eat, do everything here, right?
We have a small air conditioner here so we can get some breeze.
Guys, look how fancy this is.
The air cooler, guys, we listed it as necessary in that basic 10K setup. We think it's necessary. It was basic, right? Yeah, and then there are some other little things too. Oh, here we have the paper holder and also the towel holder that we made.
Look, elegance, guys. Check this out.
That's elegant and handy. A small copper piece.
Check it out.
How?
Cool.
Here we had to create a plate holder because I bought the plates later and they didn't fit up here. So they go here loose just to support. My plates, my loves.
Ah, made of glass, huh? How fancy.
They've traveled dirt roads, potholes, hills, and haven't fallen.
We went over a speed bump. We went over a big speed bump just now coming here.
Nothing broke.
No.
Here's a deeper drawer with various spices. We enjoy spices and are learning to cook.
We didn't cook on the trip, so it's been nice. Here is also where we keep the silverware. It's a more homey drawer. And it's nice to tell you this like this. When we were building the Kombi, we had to learn how to make a drawer, you know. Learning how to install it was a big experience for us.
It showed us a lot, you know.
Many things, like installation. You guys?
Did you have any reference like that?
We saw a lot. There were a lot of meetings. We met a lot of travelers, people who travel, a lot of good people. So everyone gave me a lot of tips, right?
They opened their homes, and we combined everyone's ideas to create this layout. It focused mainly on the layout. When it comes to the wood, that's just our personal taste.
We really like wood. We do everything ourselves. We made it all with pine, right? Which
It's very light, so if you look here too.
There is, right? There's the pine one, right?
The ceiling is made of pine paneling, so the ceiling here, it's good to mention here, it's a tongue and groove paneling, just like the paneling you have at home. To give the impression that it was narrower, we used a router here to make a little groove so it looks like it's narrower. Here it's one panel, there another. Here we have our cabinets, just with the hinge. It holds the door, it doesn't open, it just releases and it closes. So here we have these two plates. Here we have the pantry. This one is deeper. It goes all the way back. We made the cabinet all the way back here.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Here are a few more kitchen items.
Isn't it charming, guys? Clara loves Kombis, but I've never really been a fan. I always like the idea of a pickup truck with a rooftop tent more, but it's impossible not to fall in love with a project like this, right? Are there more details? Check this out.
So here we have a fruit basket, and it's spacious. The one we bought, it fits a lot of things. This is our support area. We built it here to charge our phones or do something like that. For when we stop,
There's another 220.
we have both.
Both. The inverter does that.
Yeah, talk about that part.
Nope.
actually the shot there. Now that we have external power, all Kombi outlets use it. If 110 or 220 volts come in, that's what you'll get. If we need to use the inverter to convert, then the 12 volts to power, then it will be 220. Our inverter is 12 to 220. So all the outlets will have 220.
So we have an outlet here, we have an outlet there, and we also have an outlet down here.
Here, this is where the voltmeter is, right?
This is the voltmeter, this is for the Kombi, this one is really for the Kombi, and this one is for the stationary battery, right? The one that keeps the box powered.
Here.
We have something that surprises everyone. Real plants. We really like succulent plants.
How cute.
When we stop for a while, we take them out, give them water, and let them get sun so they can handle the trip.
Down here we carry the gas, it's a P5, okay? And when it comes to cleaning stuff, we just keep putting a bunch of things in here.
A lot of things in here.
This tray here, it doesn't always stay here, it's removable. So when we're on the move, we take it out and put it right here on the seat. But it never falls, it
grips well, likely due to the leather seat, so it stays in place.
stays cool, right? Yeah, it stays really comfortable. We've never had a problem with that, not here either.
And now you guys are on the couch in the living room.
That's right. Let me step out too.
And the couch,
Also the bed, Filippo.
this here is for those who haven't gotten into a bed.
And asks, where will I sleep? How does this work?
This bed here, we had to design it. It's different. We had never seen one like this before. Why? Later, we'll show you back there. But we have a trunk there where we carry a lot, like a stand-up paddleboard, paddles, a grill, and more. So for us, for example, that rock and roll bed didn't work. The conventional ways people made the bed didn't work either. Then we stopped and thought about it a lot. My father gave us some guidance too, and we ended up coming to this conclusion of making the bed this way. What way is that? I'll try to show you quickly here. It's fixed in this direction. There's basically a bar that goes from one side to the other here, which is attached to the sides. So it's gonna make this movement here and turn into a bed, right?
There's a little trick there.
That's it. What happens? For it to be the size we wanted, which is a bed that's 1.90 m by 1.20 m, it would need to move to the back and fit perfectly there.
This seat is movable, so we keep our hallway space.
Exactly. Otherwise, so what did we do? Look, there are some rails here. Can you show them? Oh, there's one.
Rail here. That's it. It's going to run on this rail.
Run on this rail, come forward. So to assemble the bed, we're going to slide it on this rail. Look, see, we slid it and it reached this one. It was here. Let's go back there. It was here.
Us.
Ran, she's here. And then after we ran here, that's when we're going to make the move. It fits perfectly in the back. Here we store the little feet. Look, there's one of her little feet here, another one here, which is what will give her support here in the front. So you can fix it here, then once that's done, what can you do? This movement here. And with these little latches here, we lock it here.
It's locked there. And then?
So after we fasten the latches here, we position it again. Here are the foam pieces and then the little feet that were back there, which I took off. We're gonna put them on.
There's a small trunk and a guy holding the post. Everything's here.
Guys, I forgot to show this part. Let me show it now.
But it's over there. You know, that's where you keep everything you're not using at the moment.
Exactly. Look, there's a rod holder. Here's the battery tools there and another one.
Compartment to store these things here. Oh, cool.
We're going to put these two little feet here and then put this bar here just so it doesn't bend in the middle, so it stays firm.
It turned out really straight.
And here you can sit here comfortably. There's no problem with it bending here.
I'm gonna make my dream come true. Clarinha comes in.
Clarinha gets into the cabbage bed. Maria.
Look,
Only God's people. Look at Miri here. Oh, make love.
hot one.
I loved it. I enjoy visiting others' houses and have done so before. Where's our picture? Yeah.
Here we have it. It's a gift we received. We really like details in the Kombi, you know? Everything has a story like that. This was made for us by a friend. She asked us to choose a word, and we chose Morada Weiss, which means home. It's like a prayer from a band that even guided us, so it has a phrase from this band, which is for fun. She made it with things we like, cactus and succulents. Here we have the little Kombi sign, Dreamcatcher yoga sign, little plants, maps.
How cool. Really cool.
And that's your love's curiosity. There you go, guy.
I want to know what this is for, right here on top of the bed. Look at this.
This,
Right there.
we thought we could watch on the laptop. We don't watch regular television, right? So it's YouTube and Netflix. When we set up the Kombi, the higher bed made it really low and uncomfortable. In Curitiba with Adriano, we began considering ways to solve this issue. What should we do? We flip the laptop screen and turn it upside down. That's a regular handle, just like these here. The ones you have on the cabinet. Look, see?
How cool.
Wow, so it flips the screen, right? G, it flips.
It creates a counterweight for the screen so it doesn't fall.
It stays just right, and that's awesome. So Pomberos, look.
It costs almost nothing. The solution is simple and practical.
This is a drawer handle, like that one. See, just a drawer handle.
Drilled a center hole and sanded it straight, that's it.
Fits perfectly, no strain on the computer, stays in place.
Easy, right? That's cool. Then just take it out.
Ma'am?
Oh, I loved it.
It's a secret here, right, Philippon? Yes.
We used a magnet to make this part.
First, show me what I'm curious about. You made this, right?
Yes,
These bottle openers here look beautiful stuff, man. They're from your little shop, right?
exactly. It's active. To buy these bottle openers, visit www.lojada.taverna.com.br.
Or at...
Loyada Taverna at Loyada Taverna.
Great, I'll put it here then in the description. You...
Open the bottle. The cap is already stuck underneath.
Fancy, man. And is that like a hiding place, Felipe? That...
We made this here. We keep the buckets, cloth, floor bag, and the air cooler reservoir.
Oh, everything's here then. Look at that. A little hiding spot here. The pump.
It pumps water into the sink and flowers, so everything stays behind the benches over there. Oh, and our water reservoir is also here.
Under the benches, under.
Benches, it's important to mention that. Nice.
And now there's the trunk here, right? Felipe atrás, right? Exactly.
We explained the bed is higher due to the trunk we built, so we wouldn't have to bring things in from outside. Surfboards, sunbathing, that stuff. So we built this huge trunk.
Ah, here. Everything fits here, right? Everything fits here. It also works as a support.
Support is here to keep it open. So here we already have two stand-up boards. There's a fishing rod, there's a paddle, there's a racket to play here.
There's a backpack, there's...
The box we set up here when we're going to install our shower A, there's a...
handheld shower here. Oh, there's a handheld shower there, right? The shower.
We set up the box here so you can shower easily. There's a lot here, including a big trunk. And you can carry it. That...
Awesome. It turned out beautiful, right? The celebration is beautiful. After this great tour and amazing days with everyone from Maria, Antônia, thanks for inviting me to spend New Year's Eve with you all. For us to get into this exercise marathon and make another great friendship in this never-ending expedition. We began in 2019 and hope it lasts our whole lives. We're grateful to this couple. Follow them on social media, Kombi Maria, Antônia. And if you have any more questions, talk to them directly because they'll be happy to answer you. All right, guys, thanks. See you next time. Bye. Bye.
Bye.